And we start with the bigger stories of the week. Paul and Rory, take a look at this.
Yes, a fatal combination of privileged and thick.
This is Prince Andrew's first job.
In Woking, yeah. And that's them thinking, why on earth did I ever do that interview? So he gave this interview where he lacked empathy, not used to apologising for things, and thought it went really well.
It was perfect in every way. If you'd planned a 1-hour exercise in losing public sympathy, but at the end of it, your mother sacks you. I mean, that's a pretty bad showing.
Yeah. I'm interested in your phrase, losing public sympathy. when do you think he was endowed with public sympathy?
When he was working in that pizza restaurant, when he was flipping the things in the
Yes.
film. Yeah.
So he's always been a tosser.
What did he announce on Wednesday?
He's stepping back.
Stepping back.
On the cliff.
Yeah. He's stepping back. He released a letter saying he decided to stand down from public life. If you need somewhere to lay low, I know of a house in New York that's conveniently...
He's not really giving up public life. Public life is giving him up.
Yeah.
And he's been dropped by a number of charities. Normally, if you're in disgrace, you go and do charitable work, but he's been dropped by charities.
Yes, he's also giving up his sovereign grant of taxpayer money, amounting to £249,000 a year. He'll just have to rely on handouts from his mum to supplement his meagre personal fortune of £57 million.
That is the big story, really.
Yeah.
I mean, it was a great interview, but as ever in Britain, it was just all about sex. And it should have been about money, because how is he so rich?
Money is better than sex and can be exchanged for sex. What's the good news for Prince Andrew in all of this?
Was it unlimited refills at Pizza Express Woking?
I think even Pizza Express are going to disown him, you know.
No. Queen, Charity and Pizza Express Woking.
He might sponsor a pizza thick and crusty.
And there's a possibility, of course, that this has all been concocted by Pizza Express to build up their publicity, like that whole story about them going bankrupt that never came to anything.
Yeah, it's exactly the sort of publicity any pizza chain would be looking for.
Yeah.
Disgraced member of the royal family with paedophile connections. Garlic bread half price off.
The good news for him, he's having to withdraw, among the many things he's having to withdraw from, it's his role as patron of the English National Ballet. According to a source at the English National Ballet, he does not like ballet. But how did he think the interview went?
Very well, he thought it went very well.
A palace source told The Sun he's cock-a-hoop. He seriously believes he's pulled off a master triumph.
I mean, I like the idea that someone said it was a car crash, as though the royal family cared about...
Any offers of Panto this season?
We learnt some things about social etiquette during Andrew's interview. When is a birthday party not a birthday party?
Oh, when it's straightforward.
We've all been there. We've all been there. Straightforward shooting.
We give the working class a 100-yard start.
Ghislaine Maxwell features a lot in this story.
She appears to be the procuress, the pimp, in this story.
Yes, when was the last time she and the prince had contact?
Earlier this year.
Yes, let's have a look.
Every bit of that's weird. I mean, Ghislaine Maxwell is here. She's here for a rally. What type of rally?
Yeah.
Just a straightforward shooting rally.
This is where the working class are given cars.
Where else has Andrew appeared with Ghislaine?
What, in recent times,
Yeah,
or historically?
According to The Times, Andrew was wildly criticised after he appeared with Ghislaine Maxwell at a pimps and prostitutes-themed party.
Come as you are.
Ghislaine Maxwell denies any wrongdoing.
Ah.
Yeah, from wherever she's hiding. Why did Andrew choose to stay with Epstein when he...
It was convenient because there's nowhere else in New York you can stay. It's either that or sleep under the Statue of Liberty. They don't have any hotels in New York.
He had to stay with Epstein.
Yeah.
Because Gary Glitter was busy.
We also discovered, to our delight, that Prince Andrew doesn't sweat at all. Why is that?
Because he was shot at in the Falklands War.
He's very specific about it, isn't he? He says, at that stage, I didn't sweat. As though now he sweats, but there was some sort of moment a few months ago when he didn't sweat. And then he pauses just to get... Yeah, no, I'm really sure that in that month I was not sweating.
Let me check my sweating diary.
Yes.
No, I wasn't.
You can imagine a James Bond villain who didn't sweat because of something like that. It's a sort of Ian Fleming thing, isn't it?
It'd be like the least badass movie of all. Like, no, Mr. Bond, I expect you to perspire.
The thing is, it would be a really serious condition, because if you can't sweat, you can't regulate your own body's temperature. He would have to never go into too warm a room, or he'd die of heat exhaustion.
It's worth giving it a go, though, isn't it?
But shock and outrage is coming from people who think Andrew should have been more dishonest in the interview. Who are these people?
Presumably my colleagues.
No, actually, assorted PR gurus and royal watchers who are demanding to know why he wasn't coached for the interview. According to Penny Junior, he should have been properly briefed. Politicians don't answer the questions they are asked. They give the answer they want. I don't think he's bright enough.
Yeah.
So how bright are the royals? Rory, weren't you a private tutor to William and Harry?
I was, but they were 5 and 8. So I'm not really into dissing on my 5 and 8-year-olds.
So when you say you're not into dissing on them,
Yeah.
that means you're certainly not going to just pay them a compliment and say they were very bright lads. Yes, this is Prince Andrew's attempt to clear his name, which only resulted in a total clearing of his diary. One critic of Andrew's decision to discuss his sexual activity was former royal advisor Dickie Arbiter. The perfect name for a sort of penis referee. Yeah. According to the Mirror, it's not just Andrew who is suffering. Princess Beatrice may be forced into having a private wedding in a castle. Even worse, Ray's mobile disco refuses to be associated. According to the Mail, Virginia Giuffre claimed that when Prince Andrew visited Epstein, she was told to take him upstairs to the dungeon. An upstairs dungeon? Jesus, how posh are these people? According to The Sun, Andrew has scrapped a visit to flood-hit villages in Yorkshire. Shame. They were hoping to use him as a sandbag due to his unique ability to retain moisture.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
That is British royal and looked like the most hungover salesman at a Kia dealership. Prince Andrew actually has offended a lot of people. And we're not going to get to all of the people that he's offended here. Just know that he's allegedly an awful person. And for the purposes of today, let's just say he offended his brother, Charles. Now, how did he offend King Charles?
The king said, hey, you can no longer live in this castle anymore, and you don't have your titles anymore.
But why?
His association with Epstein. I mean, that's why. And it's embarrassing the royal family, so they're like, we're done with you.
Prince Andrew offended King Charles by allegedly committing numerous heinous sex crimes as part of his years-long association with Jeffrey Epstein. In fact, Prince Andrew so offended the king that this week Charles started the process of stripping him of his prince title and evicting him from the royal mansion.
Yeah.
That's a nothing-ass penalty. Mm-hmm. They punished the other boy more for marrying a black woman. Like, why not?
And that was consensual.
We've been saying Prince Andrew, but pretty soon he will not be Prince anymore. Question to the panel. What will Prince Andrew's new name be?
The royal formerly known as Prince.
Little Andy.
Prince Andrew will soon be known as Andrew Mountbatten Windsor. Yes, Windsor. You're the king. You can change his name, right?
Oh, you're saying...
King Charles just be like, man, your name Dog Shit Jones of Windsor. Mm-hmm. Now, Andy's been facing renewed scrutiny since the publication of a new memoir by Virginia Giuffre that names him as a friend of Epstein's and a perpetrator of sex crimes. In fact, Andy was able to pay Giuffre a reportedly multi-million-dollar settlement in a civil case in 2022. Question: what's weird about Andy being able to pay a multi-million-dollar settlement?
He
He ain't got no job.
love how both of y'all said it kind of the black way. He ain't got no job. They don't know how he's funding his lifestyle, despite having not been a working royal since 2019.
The hell is a working royal?
I know. Which one of them got a job?
This isn't a job.
There were also calls as well for him to give up his royal mansion after the sweetheart deal on his rent was publicized. So, question for the panel. According to his lease, what was the rent amount that Andy paid for the mansion? And for the record, this is the mansion.
$8 billion.
I'm going to play by Price is Right rules. I'm going to say £1 per year leased from the royal family.
For the past 20 years, Andy has been required to pay 1 peppercorn per annum if demanded. If demanded.
A peppercorn?
What the fuck is a peppercorn? Like a literal, like.
But not that whole thing. Just open that up and then take one out.
2 years rent, right
That's
there.
it.
That's. Would you like more rent on your pasta? Just say what.
Same joke, doesn't it?
Which one you want to use?
I'm gonna say.
Hold on, we've got some guys, hold on.
Breaking news, by the look of it.
Yeah,
What was that?
we didn't say. This is the news that Andrew is no longer a prince. Crikey! What's happened?
The bad news is he's become king.
Yeah. What else is he losing?
Is it the house?
Yeah.
And he's losing the love of the public.
Yeah. Yeah, he's losing his lease on Royal Lodge. Yeah, there he is, yeah. So,
Yeah, there's someone moving in.
there he is. I've heard Rachel Reeves has got a place to rent, though.
Where's he going? Siberia's nice this time of year.
He's actually moving to the Sandringham estate in Norfolk.
What have the people of Sandringham done?
I don't know. That is where they keep the turkeys, though, isn't it? All right, What's that? I don't know. King Charles seems to have had enough, finally.
Yeah, this policy of letting Andrew announce.
A what?
The policy
Oh,
of letting...
announce. Sorry.
I kept putting a U in it. Announce what's going to happen to himself hasn't gone so well. It's like salami slicing. People wanted...
That's what they should do to him.
Crikey, that was exciting, wasn't it? Bit of breaking news.
Does it say what's happening to Fergie?
Unless it doesn't say on that card, then no, it doesn't. But I'm sure someone will tell us later. Just Google it when we finish.
It's not as much fun, really.
Oh, someone just told me in my ear that she's going to have to make her own arrangements.
Oh, bless her.
Yeah.
Budgie the helicopter's going to fly in and take her away.
I can see the Prince Andrew... Sorry. The Andrew Mountbatten jokes going in.
Newly minted.
Newly minted jokes, yeah. This is the news that Andrew has lost all his titles. It's humiliating. I've got tins of tuna chunks in the cupboard that can still legally call themselves princes. There you go. All right. According to the statement from Buckingham Palace, Prince Andrew has been forced to give up all his styles, titles and honours. However, he does get to keep his Pizza Express loyalty card.